What if I told you that you can make your board games tons better? And not only that, we're gonna show you how you can get those games tons better in the next 10 minutes.
A lot of people get a game, play it a few times, and they're on to the next thrilling experience. But what if the thrill you're looking for is still there and there's no need to move on to the next one?
And this video is all about that, how you can improve your board game collection to get more thrill out of the board games you already have.
But...
What but? There's no buts here. It's all improving your games without but.
No buts involved. No buts were hurt making this video.
Maybe some.
Well, some buts. Inserts. Some games don't have them. Some games have really bad ones, and some games have pretty good ones, which still can be improved.
All you need to create your own board game inserts is some scissors, duct tape, as well as cardboard. And believe me, you can create better inserts than some big board game companies.
If you're not cheap like Janis or lazy as me, you can buy a pre-made insert that fits perfectly in your box and makes setting up the game super quick. Or if you have access to a 3D printer, you can print out one.
Another way how you can improve your board game boxes and sorting is by card dividers that unfortunately do not come with board game boxes a lot of times. You can purchase them separately if some board game companies provide that service, or you can create them, again, if you're cheap like I am. Just print them, cut them out. What could be easier, right, Rans?
Not printing them out and not cutting them out could be easier.
But you won't have any card dividers, and you want some card dividers as well as you would maybe like some, what's this called?
Band. Rubber band.
Yeah, you can also get some rubber bands that help you not to spill out all of your cards when you leave the card game boxes like this, or whenever you just travel. These are really something you could invest in games where you have tons of cards and components that tend to fall out and don't have good inserts. Is it clear?
Sure, yeah. Rubber bands for protection.
He always makes it freaking awkward.
Also, I can't hold the camera any longer. It's shaking. This is gonna be shaky ham footage, like real, like Blair Witch style.
All right, in that case, let's shake to the next topic, which is...
What do we all want when we sit down to play a game? Play it as soon as possible. So setting up needs to be made quick. First thing that speeds that up, we already mentioned, are these inserts. Everything's already sorted, place them on the table, you're ready to go. Bow! A lot of games will have each player's color, starting cards, and starting resources, which you can sort into separate baggies, and then it's way easier to give them out to each player, and they can set up their own thing individually. They can see me, they still can see me.
This freaking sucks, right? Ask me what sucks.
What sucks?
This picture shows how you should place all of these miniatures. But there's no miniatures in the picture. You just have to read them and then see which numbers fit which spaces. And it's kind of annoying. What you could do is print out a picture like this. See all the miniatures already on the board. You can find pictures like these on Board Game Geek forums and then print them out. It makes the setup much easier for a lot of games, especially if you have this amount of miniatures.
So wait. So what you're saying is part of this game sucks?
No, this game is great. Just this thing sucks.
Yeah, and is this part of this game?
Maybe.
No more questions, Your Honor.
Not true. One more question, Your Honor. What will be the next tip?
Improving the feel of the game. Imagine you sit down to play another game of Seven Wonders Duel. A great game, but the feel of some of the components, especially the money, doesn't feel right. What if you could improve that? With some metal coins to your face! Feels so much better in your hands, like real money. So, you have cards, you don't need to hold them, you can use card holders. You can make...
Oh, that's what card holders mean.
I know it wasn't kind of obvious, but now you know. So you could buy ready-made or you can create your own. Everyone has like a 3D printer now and you can print any way you want. Everybody loves rolling dice, but there are ways you can do that. You can just roll them in a dice tray. You could use a cup for rolling the dice. Or if you think somebody's cheating, make them use a dice tower.
How can you cheat with dice?
I don't know. People are very suspicious of everything. Well, nobody likes piles of tokens lying around, right?
No, we do not.
Exactly. Where do we want them?
In token trays.
Token trays, exactly. You can buy ready-made that have a lid on them and it's easy to store them. Or when you finish your favorite food, maybe the container that was in could be used for that. And the last thing, bags. Bags or baggies for your components that previously mentioned. Money that is made out of metal can be stored nicely in here. Sometimes even, you can get the deluxe version of your favorite game. I'm just gonna reach out over here. It's right here. There we go. Collector's edition. Comes with improved components.
Last question. What was in the food trays?
Salad.
Did you clean it out?
Sure. Oh, and where to place all of those things? Playmats. Playmats just make things easier to pick up. You don't have to mess up your table. It just looks good.
Also, some really help with the setup because it's all drawn here.
And if you're really out of blankets when somebody's visiting, you could use these. Next thing is improving the look of your game.
I'm improving the looks. And not just my face, I'm also talking about the looks of a board game. You can improve the looks of your board game by exchanging some boring cubes or other components to miniatures. Much better than just random cubes in your war games, Yanis. You can also take these miniatures and then paint them, like I did right here. Not perfect, but it always will look better than just plain gray ones. The last thing that you could do, which is out of this world, but if you have time and patience and skills for it, which I do not, neither does this fella.
I can't even get your face into focus. Let's go.
A friend of ours is really talented and actually creates his own terrain and miniatures from a lot of different things you can find around your household. Trees, there's traps, there's benches. Everything is here to make sure the game feels as thematic as it can, that it looks as good as it can. It has a tray of coffins?
That's where the fun of Gloomhaven is buried.
Oh. It's a hobby in itself. It's super fun to create these. It takes time, it takes effort, but your game will be so unique, looks so different that it's gonna blow everybody's minds.
It did mine. I actually want to try Gloomhaven with all this stuff.
Anyways, let's move on to the next thing that hopefully will blow your mind, which is how to improve the atmosphere.
You can enhance your atmosphere by adding some thematic lighting. There we go. Makes the game scarier or moodier. Another way is adding smoke to your games. Easiest thing you can do is add music. There are tons of playlists online for each of the games that just makes everything more fun.
Not a sponsor.
But we're open. JBL, give us a ring.
Please support the awkwardness. Check out our Patreon page.
No, we actually, the more people support us, the less awkwardness in the videos there's gonna be.
Adopted. A quick way how you can improve the lighting in your room is by gels.
Oh.
These you can buy just for a few euros in your local stores. Add them to your table lights. See, it really quickly sets the mood for the whole room.
This looks good, but not as good, yes.
A huge part of your board gaming experience are the rules and teaching the rules, so better make sure you get it right. So how would you teach rules, Yanis? Badly, that's how he would do it, because he would do it like this. We have found that the best structure how to teach rules is this. Tell them who are you in the game, like a dog, a investigator, a racing driver. Next thing you should do is tell them how you can win the game. And then you can explain all the mechanisms, all the actions and everything else. And then maybe throw in some jokes. Preferably good ones, not like his.
Oh, so, okay, I'm not invited, got it.
You're not invited, no.
Another thing that really improves are these things.
These are some player aids that you can print out and then give to other players. So you don't have to recheck the whole rulebook. You can just go and quickly see all the information here. Even in games like Cascadia, I guess. And you can always find these in Board Game Geek or other forums. You can take them back now. Thank you, assistant. To the regional manager.
Hey. Assistant regional manager.
No, we both know who you are.
Games are pricey. You want to make them live as long as possible, aka improve their longevity.
Two ways how you can do that. Number one is by using card sleeves and make sure your cards do not wear out.
This is this little plastic thing that you put on top of your card and now it's safe and protected. To know which ones you need, what sizes, you can go on BGG and just push this little button where it says sleeve it and it will tell you which brands, which sizes.
Another thing that could wear out are tokens, and you can save them with this simple hack. There are coin capsules, you place them in and close the lid.
And now your tokens is safe, like pharaohs in their tombs.
They actually feel better as well.
They do.
You can find these coin capsules at any coin stores. Who would have guessed?
Never been into a coin store. It isn't visible as well, or tracking it is tough. Exchange that thing for something that makes it easier. For example, it's hard to track your life with these tokens. Use dice.
Or you maybe can 3D print some terrains or things that make sure that the board is more visible, clearer.
Which game would you do that for?
War of the Ring for?
It's the second time War of the Ring needs to be improved in this video.
That's because we're coming up with video where we specifically will improve that game as well as one other. If you want to see that, make sure you subscribe. We're into a competition who's gonna improve their game better. You don't want to miss that video. It's coming up, so be sure to subscribe.
Yeah, also we picked really equal games, so we're on equal footing. You picked War of the Ring and I picked Cascadia.
And if you want to go insane, the last little tip that we're gonna do, not so little, right?
I've never done that, would you? I want
That would be cool. But you can actually change the theme of the game. For example, people have changed the theme on Heat from racing game to Mario Kart, 3D printed out Mario Kart, and all the cards, change them all, so it's a completely different game.
Now that you mentioned that, there is a Pokemon version of Splendor in Korea, and you can't get it here, but it just makes more sense for me, because the cards you get are Pokemon, and the chips are Pokeballs, and you need certain Pokeballs to get that Pokemon. Really want that one.
By the way, get out of my seat. Come on, that's my seat.
I thought you'd never notice!
Anyways, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time, right?
Yeah, what are ways you improve your board gaming experience? Let us know. Bye-bye. They thought I was gonna say something else, like, let us know, and that's it. Yeah. Just kept it hanging there.
Yeah. Bye.
Anyway, also, shout out to all the supporters. Thanks so much, guys.
You always say shout out, but never shout. What's up with that?
You just did. Shout, shout.